Alright, I'm going to try to button this one up real quick. So, got my bag of small zip ties here. We're going to clean everything up. I'm going to throw a battery in this thing. And we're going to test it. So, I want to keep everything away from any gears that could possibly get hung up in. So, I like to keep my transponder and servo wires off to the side here. Zip tie them in a way to where they're off to the side and out the way. You zip tie them correctly, they won't bounce into the gear. I'm going to take any spare wire, I'm going to double it over here up towards the front so it won't get caught in anything. Pull the zip tie part of the way, tuck the wires in the zip tie, and then zip it down like so. Now, those wires aren't going anywhere, those wires ain't going anywhere. Now, for my motor wires, my balance wire is, or my sensor wire is a little long. I'll tie up there. Bring all these wires back. Tuck all these wires in, and I'm going to zip tie them to the rear support. This will keep them up out of the way of the gearing and moving parts. Like so. Alright. So that's dressed up nice and tight. Scissors. Cut the tails all off on my zip ties. Cleaner install. I always use black zip ties because they dress in a little bit better. Alright, so all that's tight out the way. Alright, so this other bag that was in that last bag, we have a couple of wheel nuts, which is all I'm really worried about here. So I'm going to take the wheels off my other car. I've already taken them off while I was away getting my other stuff. Make it easier to eyeball the toe and everything. And I realized when I was taking my tires off the car, the last race I went to, was at Monk's Corner Raceway with it, and I was missing one of the pins out of a rear hex. So I was full drive on 3 wheels and limited slip on 1. And I thought my car was driving weird because I had the wrong compound tires on the back, which may have added to it, but it didn't have the forward drive that it would normally have. Alright. Definitely gonna need to set my ride height. I need to set my camber, so I'll put all that on the test station later on and do that. So, slip this battery in here. And I'm running a Macklin ESC without a power switch, so when I plug it in, it turns on. I'm going to put a pad underneath that battery too. Not now, but I will. Here's some power on my car. Go ahead and hook up my positive lead. Hook up my negative lead. My steering trim is way off. That's my throttle trim. And to 0. Yeah, I can align all that stuff. Alright, right turns right, left turns left. See how it's not running forward very much? Tell me the gear mesh is a little tight. I'm going to set that remote safely off to the side. This not driver. And this one. So I'm going to loosen the set screw up here. Loosen the bracket just a hair. Both screws. Then I'm going to turn the motor slightly. If it'll let me do it. That's loose. That's loose. Okay, yeah, I did it. Okay, yeah, it definitely feels a little bit better. Putting everything back up. Let's try it again. Rolls a little bit better. Sweet. Just a little tic tac in there. Alright guys, so that's the car pretty much put together. I've got the new body for it. I've got a Bloodfinger Racing body for it. I'll paint it up, get the wing ready for it. Put some sticky tape on the side for the body, some Velcro, and mount the wing to it. Matter of fact, I'll do that while I got you guys here, because Extreme should be running tomorrow, and I may bring the car out and get some practice laps out there. Do a little bit of test and tune. Tent scales never run out there, but I designed that track and I designed it so the tent scales could, because these are my favorite cars. Like I said, definitely need to set the ride height, because the front of the bad boy is sitting on the ground. On the ground. Put the electronics in it. Decided it wanted to go low. I've got the fronts on the other car adjusted 3/4 of the way down, so we'll do the same thing here. And the rears are about halfway down. Need to measure everything out, make them even left to right. Very close. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. And the body goes on it, like so. You Velcro down. I think that bundle of wires is touching the body, which the other body it'll clear. Cool. Back in business. Alright, see you guys at the races.